how do you, what are some traits of a gentleman? And one of the biggest things I talk about are work on your three M's: work on your mind, your muscle, and your money. So you work on what's going on in your brain, you work on your thought process, you're reading books that excite you, you're reading books about people that you're interested in. You start to develop your own method of viewing the world. And what I want to encourage you to do is develop your own perspective based on these bits and pieces and nuggets of information that you get from all these people. One of the things my mentor used to always tell me is you never want to be the smartest person in the room. And I didn't really understand that at first when he told me that, but it started to make sense as I got older, because if you are the smartest person in the room, then everyone's looking to you for the information. Everyone's looking to you for guidance. And that's a leader. That's great. But at some point, this leader, this manager, this CEO, this senator, they all have to go and sit under someone else to get further leadership. There's always a higher level that you can go to, and you should always reach for that higher level. So it's important to find people that are smarter than you in your field of gifting or in your field of interest, and find ways to learn more about what it is that they're doing. Learn more about them. One of my biggest questions that I ask people when I go to events is, what got you started in dot, 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 whatever it is that they're in. One of the first questions I ask them, what got you started in this? What was it that triggered you to want to do this? I work with a guy who's a musician, and I'm constantly asking musicians, what was it? Who's the artist? Is there a band? Is there someone that got you interested in wanting to play the drums and wanting to play the guitar and wanting to play the saxophone? What was that thing that got you wanted to do that? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to glean some type of trait or some type of key of success that I can implement in my own life. It's kind of a selfish way of going about being in a conversation, but at the same time, I'm using the art of conversation by simply asking questions. So let me give you that first tip first. Uh, yes, Brady, I have been on Darman. I have been on Darman. But I use my communication skills to develop myself all along the way. So appreciate you joining me, Brady. Make sure you like and share the stream, everybody. And we want to get as many people into this Gentleman Code, Gentleman's University as possible, so that we can all learn, we can all grow. And then eventually, we come together and we meet each other at the top. That is what my heart's desire is. So the art of communication. I studied communication in college. So I had to do public speaking in front of large groups, in front of small groups, one-on-one, all different types of communication throughout my major. And what that did is that took someone that was extremely shy. I'm an extremely introverted person, and I like to keep to myself. And that pushed me out to the forefront, where I had to talk to not only people that I didn't know, but even my peers. And what I found out is talking to my peers is there's a little bit more anxiety that builds up inside of you before you go to speak to your peers. So it can be nerve wracking, but it's one of those things that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's one of those things that makes you extremely strong when you can master your own anxiety, step up to the microphone or the podium, or step in front of the class and deliver that message.